Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 61 of the Seezus Show. Back at it again. It's going to be a fun-filled episode. I got another surprise guest. He hasn't been on in a long time. But before I introduce him, I just want to rehash you guys on episode 60 in case you missed that. It was me and Drew. We chopped it up. We talked about, is D Rose and deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. LeBron basically saying that AD is going to be the focal point of the Lakers offense. The Kobe Shaq little beef that they had going on social media and whatnot, saying that, Shaq should have had multiple rings if he had the work ethic like Kobe. We talked about Team USA coming up short, which kind of sucked. Didn't expect them to finish damn near with like 7th place in the World Cup. So hopefully next year you guys get it together. And then we talked about, KD's headspace, his interview he had with Wall Street Journal. It was pretty good. But without further ado, it's going to be a quick episode. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for my boy, Manny Fresh.
Thanks, man. It's good to be back, man. It's been a little bit.
I miss you, my guy. How you been, man?
Just grinding, man. Just, what I'm saying, 9 to 5, and then still coaching and training.
I feel you.
Just maintaining, man.
And how's that going? I've seen some videos of you, really helping young players develop. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So with me in the basketball world, I'm just really focusing more on the player development side, but I'm trying to be organic about it. I haven't really been posting too much on social media. I might soon, I might not, but I want to really spread through just word of mouth, and just when people are saying like, yo, I'm getting good work from this guy, like that'll validate that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If they're just spreading the good word. So just trying to give back what I didn't have, basically.
Okay. That's always good to give back what you didn't have as well, too. So keep it up. And, I'm going to be there if you ever need any support, advice in any form, shape, or way. I definitely got you. So you ready to get into these topics?
Let's get it, man.
All right, let's make it real quick. All right, so first thing I want to talk about are these ESPN rankings. So they had ESPN earlier this week came out with the NBA's top 100 players of 2019. I only have the top 50 printed out. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So the first thing I want to address is, how do you feel about overall? How do you feel about the list? Do you think, with the exception of a few, do you think it's pretty solid? Or just give me your insights with that one. And then we'll go into like the outlandish stuff as well too, because some of that don't make sense.
I've heard people chirping and buzzing about it, but I didn't really get too into it because I know rankings they're always biased.
Yeah.
To any degree, they're always biased. But when I look through 1 through 12, you can make a debate for certain players, but then 13 on, like there's certain gaps and there's certain dudes over other people that it gets outlandish.
So where do you think these analysts or whoever is making these polls, like what do you think they're taking into consideration, and what do you think that should be into consideration?
I don't know what they're looking at. That's the biggest thing. Like I don't know the checkpoints or the check marks they're trying to make to like rank these players. Like if we're gonna do it off potential, what they're gonna do next year, let's say that. If we're saying just off pure performance of 2018, 2019, let's say that. Because if it's off pure performance, James Harden is better than Bron. Between 2018 and 2019.
Yeah.
Overall, I know LeBron James is a better player than James Harden.
Yeah.
But we're talking about body of work within that 1 year. Harden did more than you.
Yeah. What have you done for me lately, right?
And that's the point.
Yeah. So a lot of people were debating, the Giannis, Kawhi, LeBron James thing. I personally, you already know me, just based off of the season that Kawhi Leonard had, I feel like he should rightfully, for right now, be considered number one. I was kind of torn between 2 and 3 with Giannis and LeBron. I know you just said James Harden, based on this season, should be ranked there too.
Yeah.
So who you think should be number one?
I mean, I understand why they put Kawhi too, because we're talking about full body of work.
Yeah.
Out of all those stars in the top 5, I think he sat the first or second most next to AD.
Yeah.
Still won a chip. He's great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think they're looking at overall entire body of work, and I think that played a role in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's straight. I feel like at number 7, they got Jokic up there.
I'm not
How do you
mad.
feel about that? I'm not mad, but it's
like I said, 1 through 12, you can make an argument because with Nikola Jokic, you can say, okay, you took your team and you're a top 3 team in the West.
Yeah, I think they're number 2 seed, right?
I believe they're a 2 seed. You're a 2 seed in the West. That's impressive. And you're the best player on that team. And you're dropping efficient numbers. So, like, I'm not mad that they put him 7.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. And then it's weird. We talked about this We have some players that are hurt that are on this list, but for some reason, KD's not on here.
Yeah. So, yeah, are they taking into consideration like is injuries a thing? Because that would make sense why he's not on the list.
I can see all of them in the room, and they're just arguing back and forth to where he should be, bro. And then they just agree to disagree, and just like let's not put him on the list. Because I can have like if it was a room of 7 dudes, I can see 2, 3 people saying he should be number 1.
you can argue him be number 1 or damn near obviously top 3.
You could,
You know
and then
what I'm
you could have other people that feel some type of way about him because people don't say it, but they make their opinions about KD based on the move he made from OKC. They still think about that when they rank him.
Yeah.
Because if you put all that aside, he's top 3, top 2.
Yeah, and he was coming for that best player, man.
He was.
Snapped that Achilles. So
Yeah, man, but it's weird. I was surprised I didn't see him on this list. I don't know for what reason. Like I said, I feel like when ESPN Bleacher Report, they should, just for the public, you know what I'm saying, for transparency, be like, okay, before we drop this list, or not even before, while we drop this list, we pick these players based on these criteria.
and like they tell us, like they come out and say, "Yo, this is why. This is the parameters, and this is what we're gonna do."
Yeah, just having that transparency, and then you'll be surprised. Other people might be able to tune in and be like, "Hey, maybe you should add this, add that," and then now you're gonna have a more complete, more thorough, you know what I'm saying, list. Because like I said, after 1 through 12, I think they really BS the rest of this. This list. I'm not gonna hold you.
Because I would rank it from like you said, what you did last season, and your projection of what we expect for you to be at.
Exactly.
That's how I would rank it.
2018, 2019 projection of what impact you can make going into 2019, 2020.
Yeah, exactly. And I would take off injuries too. For real.
Oh yeah, straight up. Because like I said, Clay's on here.
Yeah, and that's what I want to talk to you about next. So
Which is
it's crazy. It's crazy. What
Damn
number
near
is
at the end of this joint.
Oh my God.
49.
49.
Next, he's before Lauri Markkanen, but he's after Bojan Bogdanovic.
I'm gonna name these players. Tell me if Clay is better than them. Okay.
Okay.
Kevin Love or Klay Thompson?
Klay Thompson.
Miles Turner.
Klay Thompson.
Aaron Gordon.
Klay Thompson.
DeMar DeRozan.
If you put
That's
Klay Thompson
debatable.
in the Spurs jersey, they're gonna win more games. I'm picking Klay Thompson.
Definitely. John Collins.
He's gonna be good. He's young though. I'm still picking Klay Thompson.
Bogdanovich.
Hell no. Klay Thompson.
Like what?
No. And then you didn't even mention his name. The kid that didn't even play a game yet, Zion Williamson, at 42.
You haven't played a game. Like, how do they know what to expect? What if he's what if he's like Julius Randle and he plays for 30 seconds and blows his you know what I'm saying? Like,
Which happens.
how do you
I don't want to
debate
wish it on him, but
how do you debate how good he is when he played in the summer league? He got hurt. We haven't seen this guy play against grown ass men.
we haven't. And like you said, you do want to focus on what impact they can possibly make going into 2019, 2020. But at the same time, you can't make an evaluation for a player that hasn't played a game. And he's the only rookie on this list. And truth be told, this is a hot take for a lot of people, but there's a lot of people on that Pelicans mob. I think John Morant's going to get Rookie of the Year because he's in a position where he has to go. Zion, he could be the 3rd best player on the team, and they could still sneak an 8 seed.
Yeah. It's looking like he's going to be like the 4th option for real.
Because they got Drew, who else?
Drew, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, possibly.
Does
And
Lonzo
then-
start? Off topic, does Lonzo start?
Because they got JJ Redick, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. I would try to get more shooting, but I feel like they're going to have Lonzo, Drew Holiday at the backcourt.
But I feel like if you want to go big, because Drew can play that combo regardless.
Yeah.
But it just sucks because if Drew wants to play that one spot, you can't play Lonzo off the ball. It doesn't work.
Yeah. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. They're gonna struggle a little bit, but I think they'll get it together. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the 8th seed, but there's just too much talent out the West. You got San Antonio, who has not missed the playoffs yet. Obviously, you got battle of LA with the Lakers, Clippers. We just mentioned Nikola Jokic. We got the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? From there too, we got the Warriors. We got Memphis. I mean, not Memphis. We got Utah. And then that 8th spot is like
The 8th spot. Four people can steal that 8th spot. To be honest.
Yeah, because Sacramento's on the rise too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Minnesota's looking like as well too. There's just a lot of things.
I know you're going to talk
we
about
forgot
this
about
later,
Portland.
Yeah, Portland already in there.
Yeah.
But that's at 1 through 7. But that 8th spot, like I said, like 4 teams could take that 8th spot.
Yeah.
It's between I never count the Spurs out.
Yeah,
Never. I used to doubt them when I was young, but I was like, yo, these dudes do too much winning. Like, they're going to find a way. I never doubt them, so they could sneak into the 8th spot.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that's
The
pretty
Pelicans, Sacramento, And then we forget about Dallas. Like, Porzingis is coming back.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to tell you about too. We can actually go into that and get off of this ESPN rankings. Porzingis is coming back. They said he's fully healthy. He gained about 16 pounds of muscle, and they say he's looking really, really good. So with him and Luka being the focal point of this franchise, for the future, how do you think that's going to pan out? And do you see him potentially winning Most Improved Player?
Who, Porzingis?
Yeah.
It's hard to say because he had a gap year, and he already showed us a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't picture him getting Most Improved Player, but he's going to be a high impact guy if he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Healthy doesn't mean just playing too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He needs to be in full form. If he's healthy, like 100%, he's going to make an impact for Dallas. And like I said, they probably sneak into that 8 spot because that's too much shooting.
Yeah. It's going to be real interesting. I haven't
Luka
seen
and Porzingis in the pick and pop? Jesus.
Yeah, they're OD. They're OD.
That's out of control.
Is that like a modern day, wavy, more jiggy Steve Nash and Dirk?
Way jiggy. It's way jiggy. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Because I rock with Luka a lot. He's dope. He's dope.
I can't call him Steve Nash, though, but I can see just the foreign combo. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, way jiggier, though, for sure.
We'll see. It's kind of crazy, like I said before, I'm going to my next topic, how, everyone was speculating that, KD's walking, he's not in his boot anymore. They just had NBA Media Day. Everything looks fine and whatnot. He's grinding day by day. We're not going to rule him out. And they came out with a lot of things earlier this week saying, yeah, we think KD's going to be back before the season ends. Do you think it's wise for him to do that? Because
it's not wise for him, but KD being the pure hooper he is, he doesn't want to sit too long. So if he can come back, he'll try to. But at the same time, he's gonna feel out the temperature of the team.
Yeah.
If they're struggling, not having a good year, he's not gonna waste time.
Back.
But there ain't no point.
Yeah.
There ain't no point. He's not gonna waste time doing that. And he's gonna see he's gonna really evaluate this year. He's gonna really play GM in a certain case too. Like, he's gonna really evaluate the team. He's gonna be like, was it worth me coming here? Like, he's gonna really evaluate Kyrie. He knows Kyrie's good. But it's like, are you healthy? And you're gonna be able to carry this team to win enough games. So when I come back, I can put the stamp on it.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, they got some pieces. I love their backcourt with Dinwiddie, Lavar, obviously Kyrie. They got some size. They got some shooting. They look solid. I like their coach. I like their foundation. Like you said, the missing piece is just KD. And if KD gets to the form where he's gonna be at, even if they have a year where they're like 42 and 40, when he comes back,
Mind you, I feel like I'm one of the only dudes who's not just completely impressed with Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's the fact that they're in the East, they can do enough.
That's true.
Like, if you put this team on the West, they're probably a 5th, 6th seed, and they might not get it done. Just off the fact that
with a healthy KD.
Just off the fact, yeah, because I know.
Okay.
Because I know off the rip, Kyrie's not playing more than 60 games during the regular season.
Nah. He's gotten healthier, but nah.
No, it's not happening.
I think he already hurt his face or something, right?
His face. I heard rumors about his foot. Like, yeah, I love Kyrie to death, but he's injury prone. It's just the reality situation. He is injury prone. So I don't have him playing 50 games. Now you have KD by himself next to Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan. You feel me? Like, that's not the sexiest mob. At the same time, it's just enough for the East. Just off the fact that the Kawhi left too.
Yeah. We'll see, because the Bucks are getting better. Obviously, they lost Malcolm Brogdon.
I feel like everyone's lost faith in Boston.
I have too. Especially how them 3 knuckleheads played in Team USA in the World Cup. I was like, yo, Kemba, what are you doing? You should be frying these dudes.
I feel like that was everyone's evaluation period for Boston.
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, like, bro, because that was their core, bro. They have 4 of their core pieces there, bro, and they didn't perform.
At all 7, please.
And Kemba, he had his moments, but then he didn't really fulfill expectations. Yeah. He was supposed to be head and shoulders the best dude on that mob, and it looked like Donovan.
Donovan Mitchell was definitely the best player to me. Spider was getting buckets.
He was.
And I'm mad Jason Tatum got hurt too. If he didn't get hurt, maybe they would have done a little bit better. But I don't know. Like you said, that's a small sample size that I have for now. I just got to see how things work out. Obviously, homie's gone now. Kyrie's gone now. But we got to see, because it's still a contract year for Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Gordon Hayward's coming back. How's he going to be utilized? It feels like...
Where would be Jaylen Brown's next move? Like, where could they use him?
I don't know.
I feel like Boston just wrung out all the talent out of him and just about to toss him away, bro. But do you remember what he did his first playoff appearance? He was dropping numbers.
Yeah.
Hold on. He was dropping some numbers in the postseason. Like he showed he could.
You mean the last year LeBron was on Cleveland? Or
Yes,
last,
yeah. When LeBron was on Cleveland, so that was 2018.
2018, yeah.
Oh, 2018, bro. I think he was having 21 or something. Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. I don't know what happened to Wi-Fi.
Technical difficulties.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm not the big analyst guy. I really just watch the game for what it is.
Yeah.
But he was definitely dropping numbers. He was showing he was resembling some form of a jumper. He was looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brad Stevens was just like, "Hey, Kyrie's back. Everyone just sit down."
Yeah. And Scary Tay was not rocking with that. He made it known. I don't fuck with you.
he's great with the X's and O's. I'll give that to Brad Stevens, but he didn't manage his team well this year.
He had too much talent.
He did, but at the same time, too, in order for them to win, with the playing style he had, he knew he had to play college-style offense, but at the same time, you're in the league, so that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like, everyone needs to touch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it shouldn't be the third quarter and Kyrie's beating up the ball, and then the last 8 seconds, now he's giving it to Jason Tatum for an ISO. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too hard. You know what I'm saying? You never created any mismatches. You never created any switches. No one was moving.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he didn't manage the team well. He really gave the keys to Kyrie and just let him do whatever he want. And it affected the kids.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Kemba, hopefully, I already know what he's going to play. I feel like he's going to be a little bit more efficient since he has more talent around him and he has a better coach because he had to go back to Charlotte.
No, he did. Everyone's saying Isaiah Thomas 2.0, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Where do you think they end at in the East when it's all said and done when playoffs?
Like I said, this USA thing didn't impress me at all. Yeah, it left a bad taste in my mouth, honestly.
Fourth.
They could still be top 3, top 2. Like, you got to understand. Like, the East got weaker.
They did, but those powerhouse teams still there.
Philly's still there. Milwaukee's still there.
I think Indiana's going to shock a lot of people, too.
Yeah, Oladipo look healthier.
Yeah.
I've seen clips on my Instagram. He's
Then
looking
from there,
healthy.
Then from there, you got Boston.
Yeah, you got Boston. So, like I said, I'll put Boston at 4.
All right. That's a stand. Cool. So obviously Team USA didn't do well this year. And then, there's been some news coming in. Steph Curry said he plans on playing in the Olympics next year. AD at Media Day said he plans on playing as well, too. Harden said he would love to play as well, too. So with all these stars potentially coming back for the Olympics, I believe it's in Tokyo, Japan, next year, 2020, is it realistic to basically already stamp that we're going to win everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're supposed to.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, even with this, and this is no offense to any of those players that played in that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all are very, very talented, and they're there for a reason. But this is the weakest USA mob I think we put out as a product.
Yeah, that was trash.
It's the weakest. It's the weakest one.
Yeah.
And we're still expected to beat everybody.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is. So there's no excuse. So I'm saying if you bring all those superstars back and they all want to play with each other, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
They all sound like they want to do it at least one more time for the one time. They're expected to win the whole thing.
That's true. Yeah, we'll see what's good with that. Do you think it's fair, like with the? Well, I was gonna say, do you think it's fair that these superstars basically say, "Oh, we're not gonna play this year for the World Cup. We're gonna play for Olympics, so they already have a guaranteed spot." Yeah, it is fair because they are superstars. They're the face of the league.
So yeah, they can make plays and make moves like that.
Yeah, we were 7th place this year, so yeah, y'all they gonna get the boot.
Yeah, for sure.
We just need more size.
I think they might still keep Donovan.
I was just about to say that too. We should definitely keep Donovan
6-man type.
And that's about it.
Yeah, and that's really about it.
Yeah, because Dame coming back too. Dame, Harden, Steph. Yeah, we good with the guards. With bigs, I won't really rock with Miles Turner like that. And then we had Plumlee. That was
not it. Plumlee was not it.
Yeah, bro.
It showed though those European bigs are just better than ours. They're just more skilled. Way more skilled, bro.
Yeah. And everyone's getting better. The NBA is a global sport now, so international players are getting better.
I mean, part of that is it goes back just the fundamentals of the game, like the way we're brought up, we're taught, like even the way we train nowadays is as individuals, one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Ball handling, skills training as an individual player. Yeah. The way they're brought up is all team concepts. Yeah. Setting brush screens, moving without the ball, hitting somebody. They'll do all the work before they even touch a basketball. They work on those little fundamentals before they even. I think that's some of the reasons why teams like Spain give us a hard time.
Yeah, that and just chemistry. We literally just throw people together. They've been internationally. They've been playing with each other for years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I agree with you on that one. Next thing I want to talk about is Markelle Fultz. They said that I was waiting on you to say something too.
Come on, man.
They said that he's finally healthy. I actually saw an interview today. He said he's feeling good. His jump shot's looking okay.
No, man. They ruined his shot, man. It don't look the same.
Yeah, it still look a little.
Y'all can watch some Orlando Magic workouts. Y'all can say whatever. You can be like, okay, it looks good. It doesn't look good to me. It's still looking like he's trying to find his shot. And if you watch clips of him just shooting throughout the NBA and then you go back to his Washington highlights, it just looked more instinctive. It looked more fluid. It looked more effortless.
Yeah.
It looks. I don't know what Philly did. They really shot J. Cole. They really messed up his shot, bro.
Yeah. So basically, the GM came out and he said his shot is still a work in progress. Some of his jumpers Wednesday were perfect. Some rimmed out, and a few took an ugly trajectory to the front of the rim. His release doesn't appear to be the same as it was during his college season, as you just mentioned. Part of the retraining he's done to deal with his shoulder issues. We're going to remain patient. And he said we're not going to put expectations or timeliness on his development. He hasn't played basketball in a year. He's played 33 games total in his career. So it's going to unfold the way it unfolds. His game is coming back. His confidence is still there. And then Fultz said, I was the number one pick for a reason. I knew that I had to work hard and what I can do on the basketball court. That's all that matters. So I don't have no expectations. He just got to show it.
Yeah, I have no expectations from him at this point. I mean, he's in a position where he kind of has nothing to lose. And you're in Orlando. You're not going to win games.
Pick, though.
It happens.
Damn.
It happens. I mean, Bennett was worse.
Ooh.
You feel me?
I forgot about him.
There's a lot of number ones that just don't pan out.
Greg Oden would have been nice, too, if he didn't get injured.
Just think about that.
I miss watching him at Ohio State. Remember when he broke his hand and he was shooting free throws and playing with his left hand?
That was cold.
Damn.
And you got to think about that, too. It's just like, you got nothing out of your number one pick. Mm-hmm. And not only that, you picked him and you missed out on KD.
Yeah. And they were just kind of...
That's sick.
Portland was just kind of... They had bad luck for a while.
They always do bad in the draft.
Hurt.
They always do bad in the draft.
Brandon
The best
Roy,
they've ever
Greg
done
Oden.
in the draft was Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
That is the best they've ever done.
Stamp and CJ McCollum.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
would
they
say-
backed it up with that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, in terms of just your top pick,
Yeah.
keeping him having longevity and him meaning
Longevity,
something
okay,
to your franchise, Damian Lillard is the best thing.
Because
they've ever done.
if Brandon Roy never got hurt, bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah. He used to be one of my favorite players, dog.
I think Kobe was like, he's one of the hardest dudes to guard in the league.
Yeah.
Like, he can do everything.
He said he had the whole package.
Dang,
Them knees, man. Them knees,
Gotta stay
bro.
healthy, man.
Maybe if he came out now, maybe he'd be
We
good with
just
that
know so
modern
much more about,
technology,
you know what I'm saying, about the human body,
Yeah.
what needs to be stronger, what needs to, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I've heard studies stretching too much is actually bad for your ligaments.
Yeah.
So you want to, like you said, just the information, the technology. I feel like if he grew up in this era, he might still be playing.
Yeah. R.I.P. my guy.
He's still alive.
I'm joking.
RP to his basketball career, man. It was a short one, but it was a good one.
Yeah. He gave us some exciting moments, man. I still remember when he went stupid against Dallas. That junk was crazy in the playoffs. I think they lost 4-1, but that was still a good game. Speaking of injuries, Kyle Kuzma is out indefinitely with a stress reaction in his foot, an injury in which he suffered while he was with Team USA. So common causes of stress fractures include overuse or ramping of your mileage too quickly into your foot. So it's kind of a good sign that he was in the gym, it seems like every day, every minute, every hour. But he's going to miss at least the first 3 weeks of training camp, and he's going to be reevaluated after preseason game in China. Obviously, he was the only one who LeBron said that could stay with the Lakers.
You say it like that.
And
You go. Nah.
You
You
stay
come
here.
here. You say it.
So obviously that was a thing. And last year I think he averaged 18 and like 6 rebounds, which is pretty damn good.
Mr.
and-
$20 bill, man.
Yeah. And we're expecting him to be the number 3 option with the Lakers. Do you think How do you think this affects them moving forward? Do you think this is something that's going to be lingering, or do you think they're going to actually wait for him to be fully healthy to come back?
If
'Cause
they
that's
manage this right, he will be okay and he might come back stronger. If not, this might be lingering and this could be a chain reaction of,
yeah,
knock on wood, I'd never wish injury on anybody, but this could be a chain reaction of, you know what I'm saying, very bad things to come. He needs to make sure he's resting and just taking care of his body.
yeah,
I think there was an article I read about like the frequency in which even kids, like the rate at which they play basketball now is just like they're setting their body up to be trashed or done by the time they hit 30. Like it's just too much. Like even with MJ, bro, like man, he cocky, like he can get away with it. But after the season, like he would chill for 2-3 weeks. He might gamble, drink with his buddies, and play golf, but he wouldn't touch a basketball. He would stay out the gym. Your body needs that recovery and rest period. And I think in an odd way, this is good for Kyle, but they need to make sure they manage this right and that they don't try to bring him back too soon.
yeah. Now, how do you feel? How do you feel that that's going to work with like the chemistry? Because obviously training camp's happening now. Then it's going to be the preseason, so he may miss everything, and then you're going to throw him back into the fire. You think it's going to be a rough patch for the Lakers too?
It might be because you got to understand, too, like, even the situation Kyle was in, like, Q was used to playing with his young buddies. Even when Braun was on the floor, he did produce some of those games, but him and Braun didn't play a lot of games with each other last year. Either he was hurt or Braun was hurt.
Yeah.
But he was used to playing with these young guys, and he was able to find a rhythm. So now you're throwing him in the fold. You have new superstars, and the expectations are way higher, way higher. So it could mess up his rhythm. I hope it doesn't. But he's a good player. He makes quick decisions. I don't think he will have a problem, but it's a possibility that it could happen.
Cool. Last thing I want to talk about in regards to this, I asked Drew this last time, and he asked me too. Barring any injury, who's your starting five for the Lakers? Tell the whole world.
I don't care about him because I think Houston's gonna do better on him. But that's another story for another day. But shoot, we can put Braun at the 1.
You gonna put Bron at the 1? I said that too.
You put Braun at the 2.
No, I said that too. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's gonna
yeah,
be the
yeah,
one.
nah,
All right, Bron
okay.
at the 1.
Braun at the 1. We got
Danny at the 2.
Danny at the 2.
Okay.
Or you can Avery Bradley. I like Avery Bradley and bringing Danny off the bench.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see when. It depends. There's levels to it, so it depends.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go Braun at the 1, Danny at the 2. We'll go Kyle at the 3. We'll put Anthony Davis at the 4. He needs to stop playing around and be like, I want to be a small forward. He needs to stop with that nonsense. He just needs to play power forward and dominate at his position.
Okay. And then your 5?
I guess throw Dwight.
I said Dwight too, but Drew was arguing with me last episode. He's like, nah, JaVale McGee.
You got it. It just depends if his shoulders are on straight. I don't know what Dwight's been on, but he needs to get his head in the game. If he's locked in, he's one of the best bigs in the league. There's no question about it.
With a reduced role too, the spotlight's not on him anymore. I expect him to have a great year, honestly, because he had that problem last year that we're not going to really talk about. But before that, in Charlotte, he was averaging, I think, like, what? Was it like 16 and 13 or something like that?
Not trying. He's snoozing.
Yeah.
He's really on cruise control, dropping what, 16 and 12?
Yeah.
Like,
pretty damn good year.
He
So
on
I
cruise
expect
control.
I expect him to be damn good, and I expect them to be a great defensive team, hopefully.
That's the only way. That's why I keep telling dudes, though, like, with the Lakers, like, the type of mob they have, like, they're not going to be able to play fast.
Oh, no.
So the counterproductive thing to do after that is you have to be the best defensive team. And you got to be able to slow grind dudes. Like, if they're not top 3 defensive team, I don't got them even getting a 3 seed. They might get 4. Because, like I said, I don't see a lot of these players playing throughout the whole year.
I'm just more so worried about their perimeter defense. I already know they're going to have the interior on lock. But what is the perimeter defense? Bron don't be playing defense like that. You do have Danny Green, but he's not going to guard point guards like that. That's why I can see Avery Bradley.
And Bron really has to lead the charge on that. He needs to take less of. I'm not even going to say less of a offensively.
Well, he said that.
It's not even about that. You just need to trust your teammates more instead of just pounding the ball and then waiting for you to get that all-time assist or that, you know what I'm saying, that glorious bucket. Like, you got to move the ball.
Yeah.
He likes. What was his usage rate? Was he still top 10 last year when he was playing?
Yeah.
He needs to, you know what I'm saying, especially with Anthony Davis on your team, need to move the ball a little bit more. But I forget where I was going with that. But yeah, they need to be a better defensive team, and Bron needs to lead the charge defensively. That's the only way it works. If he's If he wants to be lazy on
he
defense, the
does.
rest of the team is going to be lazy on
I
defense,
was
and they're
just
not going to
about
get it done,
say,
bro.
You gotta lead by example because last year, like you said too, he ain't do shit, so
Some
no
of
one
those
else
plays,
give
I
effort.
was like, yo, y'all talk about Harden. This is ridiculous.
Remember when Kuzma pushed him?
Yeah, I was like, come on, bro. You got a young dude pushing you to close out. That's not a good look.
Yeah, bro.
It's not.
Yeah. If he don't give at least 80%, they're gonna be probably like 5 through 8 seeds.
So like I said, like they got to be a top 3 defensive team to have a chance to get. I'm not even gonna say to get to the finals. To have a chance to get to the finals, you got to be a top 3 defensive team. And Bron, you have to be leading the way on that. It can't be Anthony Davis. Bron, you have to lead the way.
All right. Who's the better LA team you think? Clippers or Lakers?
Clippers hands down. Clippers hands down.
Yeah,
They just have everything you need. The only thing missing is like the only thing they are missing is, you know what I'm saying, that size. They need a true big.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
they
why
have
I wanted
that.
them to get Dwight, but I know they're like,
Yeah,
nah,
they
it's
missed out on that.
goofy ass.
Yeah, and they don't need that. They don't need that in the locker room. So it's not like they were chasing after that.
Yeah, that's a real nigga team though.
That's the realest nigga team in the league, bro. Come on, dog. You got Pat Beverly, bro. You don't give a damn about nothing, dog.
Yeah, bro. Seeing him play defense with Kawhi and PG and Montrezl Harrell,
And then lose just cold.
They gonna be frying people, yo.
They're a scary team, man. They're a scary team.
I just want to see what Paul George gonna do in the playoffs. I mean, obviously he plays well in the playoffs, but like
He's in the perfect role.
Yeah.
This is me and my boy Malik. You know Malik. Yeah, we talk about it all the time, bro.
Yeah.
This is modern day Mike and Scotty.
It's crazy. I said that too, but before that, I said what it could be if he would have stayed in Toronto would have been him and Pascal. I think he's gonna be.
Nah, it's way different.
He's
It's way
gonna
more
be tough.
dynamic. It's way scary.
Yeah. True. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Cause if him and Pascal did what they did, I can only imagine what Paul George and Kawhi gonna do. And they got the perfect coach right there. No more drama with Blake. And
Yeah, you got a
DeAndre.
championship coach,
Yeah.
and then everything's just fluid. Like they look like they don't have any holes within what they're doing right now. It's scary. Like I'm a Houston fan, but they're my favorites right now.
I said that. I said if I'm y'all, the Rockets, I'd rather in the second round play the Lakers as opposed to the
Hands down.
Clippers.
I think we beat the Lakers. I think
Yeah,
the only
I
team
think
we
y'all
have to be
can-
afraid of is the Clippers and still Golden State because that's their kryptonite.
Yeah, I be
We
forgetting
still
about them.
nah. They're the sleeper. They're the sleeper. Like I'm saying this now. I think Curry gonna get the MVP.
He could. What seed do you think they'd have to get to for him to be MVP?
4 and up, and Curry just turns up because they have to.
What if Ben Simmons gets some sort of a jump shot and averages like 24, 10, and
That's
8, and
that's really high
seed?
hopes for me. I don't care what I see on Twitter. I need to see that in the game.
I said that too. It's one thing to practice it, and is another thing to be in an actual game environment. And with him, I don't know yet, but he looks promising.
Yeah, under the lights is way different than just, pickup ball. So we'll see when he gets on the actual court if he can shoot the ball. Like I've yet to see that. So
Who's your top 5 in MVP? Obviously, you just said Steph Curry's one.
yeah, hey, Steph Curry gonna win that MVP. I feel
All
it
right,
because they need it.
Steph Curry's in there. You got to put Anthony Davis there now. I think so. If LeBron's saying what he's
Bron's
saying,
gonna take away from that. Bron's gonna say it, but I don't.
so do you think they cancel each other out, sort of? Okay, so basically you're gonna say that with the
A lot of
Rockets.
duos gonna cancel each other out, but I feel like Harden has still have a higher chance of getting MVP before Anthony Davis. So
right.
I'll go Curry, Harden.
Jokic.
If they have a top 3 seed and he's cooking again and he's dropping even crazier numbers, yeah. So I'll throw
What
Jokic.
about who else?
Um,
Kawhi, or you think Paul George can't?
Kawhi's not playing the whole year, so it doesn't matter.
management,
Paul
I
George's
know.
not playing the whole year either.
Load management, yeah. But it's the West. Like in the East, you can afford to do that. But the Clippers have proven without a superstar, they can still get W's.
Who was their superstar last year? That's Shai
Exactly, no
Gilchrist,
one.
Alexandria, and then Lou Williams and Pat Bev
Yeah.
and Montrez. That was it. Like it was just some grimy dudes, bro, and they were giving the Warriors smoke.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. All right. So you said Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, James Harden, Nikola Jokic.
But so Russ don't cancel that out because you're saying superstars.
I think
or duos. are
I'm
canceling each other out.
praying, and I'm really just hoping like Russ, like I'm hoping that Dame shit humbled him.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a half step back.
That was a great series.
He takes a half step back, and then he just tries to play with a little bit more pace and just be more of a pure point guard. He would be perfect in this D'Antoni system because he can still play fast.
Bruh,
But you need to
fast
make
breaks would be OD.
But you need to just make the simple, smart decision. The simple, smart, quick decision every time. Instead of crashing into 7-footers all the time.
Yeah.
And D'Antoni's system, he's going to be able to do that with their Spain pick and rolls. He can hit pop man. He can.
So you think he should be the primary option, and James Harden should play more off ball?
They can switch it up, but Russ needs to be the primary ball handler starting the games.
Yeah.
And then they can just play a wild, fast type of offense. Outlet, whoever's there, get it, we're going. Russ, if you catch it on the wing, you're catching, you're going downhill. Russ, not Russ. Harden, be ready to catch and shoot or catching. Harden, I want to see you use your triple threat game more. Let's add to your game. You feel me? Instead of just beating up the ball all the time.
Yeah, it should. That shit don't get you nowhere.
Yeah, showing is not conducive in playoff mode. So hopefully they can make those slight adjustments. I'm not telling D'Antoni change his offense, but just make those slight adjustments so the game can be easier for them going forward.
I just hope obviously they're boys. They knew each other since they were like 10 years old and whatnot. I just hope they don't start to like clash with each other. So we'll see how that definitely works out. But I got the Rockets, or either the Rockets or Denver being the number 1 seed, because like you said, the load management, Lakers coming together, Kuzma being out a little bit as well too, and whatnot. Yeah. I think they're gonna have the most chemistry moving forward. But the last thing I want to talk about today, last topic, is Lonzo Ball. So if you guys have Facebook, and which you all should, it's 2019. There's a reality TV show called what's the title of the show? Ball in the Family.
Ball in the Family.
It's pretty good, honestly. Like, because I remember just growing up, there was a lot of shitty ass reality TV shows that really had no substance. So you had like Making the Band was okay, The Real World, all that stuff. This one actually has substance because you got Lavar Ball, who's an entrepreneur who is highly, highly, I'd say, loved by people because he is that father figure who is always uplifting his kids and wants the best for his kids as well too. So you get to see him making his power moves, following their kids as well too, and whatnot. So it's pretty good to watch. But there was an episode where essentially after that whole scandal with Big Baller Brand went down, Lonzo's like, "Yo, I think Big Baller Brand is not the move. I don't really see this going long term. It's kind of a ruined image. If anything, we may have to rebrand it, and we'll see what's going to happen with that." And basically,
which is smart. I agree with that
as well too. But Lonzo now is just like, I really don't want to be tied to this anymore.
Wow.
And why? You said why?
No, I said wow.
Oh yeah, he said he really don't want to be tied to this anymore. And his dad was like, he said we could probably like consider changing the name. His dad was like, for what? No, we're not doing that. And I was like, I'm just being honest. And I interact with people every day. I'm on social media every day. Like, Big Baller Brand is not doing what it's supposed to be doing as well too. And then it went back and forth, and LeVar was basically saying, he said, and I quote, "That's like me telling you to change your name. Change Lonzo's name to Alfonso on the fact that he's been damaged goods for the past 2 years." And everyone was just going crazy over that. Do you think, obviously he had early injuries with his torn meniscus last year and then his high ankle sprain. It's crazy that he even said on an interview 2 weeks ago, I think, he was saying how with the Big Baller Brand shoes, he would have to change it every quarter. The quality was so bad. That's how bad it was. So I'm pretty sure that's why he hurt his ankle, because the quality was trash with that. But knowing that they had early injuries, do you think he's damaged goods, or you think he still has something to showcase?
He still has something to showcase, but he was put in a position where I think we talked about this earlier. He was a victim of the situation. He was going to get shifted anyway, and if he didn't, he was going to have high pressure and high expectations playing with Bron and AD. But this goes back to the point I said years ago. I think LeVar put them in a position where he made them look really good, but he hurt them at the same time. I always thought D'Angelo Russell was better than Lonzo. But at the time, people weren't seeing that.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying, 2020, we're looking at it now. We can all make the easy analysis that, D'Angelo is better than Lonzo. But, what I'm seeing here is LeVar just being LeVar. This is not new to me. And this is just a way to pump up his son. People are like, wow, how could you ever say that to him, blah, blah, blah. He's probably been telling him he's trash for years. Like, that's...
It's a method behind
it. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that bothers me. I'm like, when I'm reading that and I see that, that's just dad shit. So he's, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to tell him, like, yo, we don't need to change the entire method of everything we doing. We just need to step up.
Yeah.
within the big baller brand and you as a basketball player. That's why he said that. It's like, I'm not telling you to change your name to Alfonso.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to be Lonzo and step the fuck up.
I like that. I like that too. And I'm happy too because for a long time, it's always daddy's boy, or I'm just listening. Like you can see in the interviews, like when he got drafted, I don't know, it's just what my dad say. Oh, it's whatever my dad say. Oh, yeah, it's what my dad say. Now it's like, no, like I'm taking control of myself.
Which is a very good
wanna be
thing.
the individual.
Which
So
is a
that's
very
why I
good thing.
respect with him too.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, very quick episode. I enjoyed it. We had our little rants, obviously. I definitely want you on the show again. This was a great
yeah, for
episode,
sure.
episode 61.
It's always love, you know what I'm
Any closing remarks that you want to say or anything like that?
Nah, great show. I'll do this again and again. Just invite me, brother, and I'll be back.
Oh, for sure. I always love. Ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 61 of the Seezus show. What is your handle on social media? Instagram.
Instagram is still fresh. Replace the E with the X. Twitter's Black Zach Morse.
Okay, cool. I'll
Check
make
me
sure to update that handle. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this was episode 61 of the Seezus Show. Make sure to subscribe to me on all forms of social media at the Seezus Show and Search Seezus. I'm available everywhere. So do yourself a favor, spread the love. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We out.
Sir.